Welcome to the Smart Keys podcast. You know that sinking feeling, right? It's like Tuesday afternoon, you've got a million things to do for the business, the actual revenue-generating work, and you're just sitting there staring at your phone. You're scrolling TikTok or Reels, and you see your competitors just cranking out video after video.
And they look so polished.
So polished, and
Yep.
they're consistent, they're getting traction, and you just think, how? How do they have the time?
Right.
Because let's be honest, between running a team, managing clients, trying to have a life, who has 6 hours to set up lights, film, edit, and caption a 30-second clip?
It is the universal struggle of modern marketing. We all know we need to be on video, short form, vertical video it's the currency of attention right now,
It is.
but the cost of entry, specifically in terms of time and mental energy, is just incredibly high. It's burnout territory for most professionals.
Oh, absolutely. It feels like you have to make a choice. Do I do my actual job, or do I become a full-time content creator?
That's the choice.
But what if you didn't have to choose? And that's exactly what we are digging into today.
It's great to be here. And that what if?
Yeah.
That is a very powerful question.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into a platform called Syllaby. And if the claims are true, this thing might just be the bridge between having a vague content idea and actually having a published video.
Without the mental breakdown in between.
Yes, without the breakdown. We're pulling mainly from a detailed review by Felix Römer. And honestly, some of this stuff, it sounds a little bit like science fiction.
It does, but it's actually a really practical case study in where the future of work is heading.
How so?
Well, we talk a lot about AI in this sort of abstract way, but Syllaby is interesting because it's a specific application that really shifts the workflow. It moves video creation from a manual labor task.
Filming, editing, all that stuff.
Filming, editing, lighting, audio to a strategic oversight task.
Strategic oversight. I like that. It sounds way more dignified than panicking in front of a ring light, which is usually my vibe.
Precisely. It allows you, the professional, to focus on the message and the strategy, while automation handles the execution.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Because usually the first hurdle isn't even the filming. It's the, what do I even say, problem.
The blank page syndrome.
Yes. You sit down to record and suddenly your brain just empties out. You know you need to post, but you have no idea what about.
That is where most people get stuck. You sit down to make content, and there's no plan. You're just operating on instinct, which is exhausting.
Or you just guess. You think, I bet people want to hear about my morning coffee routine.
Right? Spoiler alert, they probably don't.
No, unless you're a celebrity or a barista, nope.
And that is where Syllaby actually skirts the process, and what makes it so different from just a video editor. It doesn't just ask you to write a script. It starts with data-driven discovery.
Data-driven.
It's designed to validate your ideas before you commit any resources to creating them.
So it's kind of acting like a market researcher for you.
In a way, yes. According to the source material, the platform analyzes specific keyword metrics. So it's looking at things like search volume.
Okay, so how many people are looking for this?
Exactly. How many people are actually typing this query into a search bar? But it goes deeper. It looks at CPC, or cost per click.
Okay, wait, let's pause there. Why does cost per click matter if we're not running ads? If I'm just making organic TikToks, why do I care what advertisers are paying?
That's a great question, and it's one that people often overlook. High CPC is a signal of intent. It indicates that a topic has commercial value. Advertisers are willing to pay money to be in front of people searching for that term because those people are looking to buy something or solve a problem.
I see.
So if you create organic content around those high CPC keywords, you're targeting valuable traffic people who are ready to take action, not just casual browsers.
So you're fishing where the fish are, and not just any fish, but the hungry ones.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
And it also looks at competition levels and SERP counts, that's search engine results pages. It basically tells you, yes, people want this, and no, there was already a million videos about it. It helps you find those gaps in the market.
That is huge. Because there is nothing worse than spending 3 hours on a vision that gets 4 views because nobody cares.
Or because you're the 10 millionth person to make a video about how to drink water.
Right.
The why behind the data is crucial here. It ensures you aren't just making content to check a box. You're answering specific questions your audience is actively searching for. It solves that ideation problem by removing the guesswork.
Okay, so we found a topic. Let's say the data tells us people are desperate to know about. Productivity hacks for remote workers.
Okay.
Usually, this is where I'd open a Google Doc, stare at the cursor, maybe open ChatGPT in another tab, try to find a hook, and spend an hour cobbling something together.
And that is the fragmented workflow Syllaby is trying to replace. Instead of jumping between an SEO tool, a chatbot, and a word processor, it's all integrated.
Yes.
Once you select that topic, the AI script generator takes over immediately.
And is this just a generic, here's a script button?
Yeah.
Because we've all seen AI writing. That sounds, well, like a robot. Hello, fellow humans. Here are 5 productivity tips. It has no soul.
Right. No, you have control. You aren't just rolling the dice. You can set the parameters. You choose the language, the length.
Which is important. TikTok needs to be punchier than YouTube.
Exactly. And, crucially, the style and tone.
The tone is key. I don't want to sound like a dusty encyclopedia, but I also don't want to sound like a hyped-up teenager if I'm, selling insurance.
Precisely. You can toggle it to be professional, funny, engaging, or serious. And here's a fascinating detail from the review that really stood out to me. The AI learns.
Learns how? Like, it remembers my bad jokes.
In a sense, yeah. The more you use it, the better it gets at matching your preferences for pacing and clarity. It's not just spitting out text based on the entire internet. It's refining its understanding of how you want to communicate. It starts to pick up on your cadence.
So it's like training a junior copywriter.
A junior copywriter that doesn't need coffee breaks, doesn't complain, and works instantly.
I like that.
And again, just think about the efficiency. We've condensed what used to be maybe an hour of research and drafting into 5 minutes.
Okay, but having a script, that's only half the battle.
Honestly, for me, the script isn't even the hardest part. The hard part is I look a mess, my office is cluttered, the lighting is weird, and I just don't want to set up the camera.
And this is where Syllaby apparently pulls a rabbit out of the hat.
That's what I've heard.
This is the one-click production engine. And for many users, especially business owners who aren't professional creators, this is the game changer. This is where we cross from helpful tool to transformative technology. So talk to me about these avatars, because I feel like we've all seen those bad AI videos where the person looks like a robot blinking in Morse code.
Oh, yeah.
Or the mouth moves, but the words don't match. Is this that?
We have all seen those, yes.
Yeah.
It's the uncanny valley, where it looks almost human but not quite, and it's just creepy.
That's creepy.
But the tech is moving very, very fast. So Syllaby offers different tiers. There are light avatars for quick informational content, maybe for internal updates or simple explainers. But then there are studio avatars, which are designed for a much more polished result.
And these are just digital people, like models who signed away their likeness.
Yes, digital representations of real actors. But here is where it gets really interesting for a business owner or a personal brand. The clone feature.
The clone. That sounds ominous and cool at the same time.
It allows you to create a digital twin of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You record some footage, usually about 2 minutes of you talking to the camera to train the system. It learns your facial expressions, your voice, your mannerisms.
Yeah.
And then, once it's processed, you can generate videos using your own face and voice without ever turning on a camera again.
Wait. So I could be effectively filming a video while I'm actually sitting on the beach or while I'm in my pajamas working on a spreadsheet.
You could be filming a week's worth of content while you're asleep. That is the promise of the digital twin.
That's insane.
It solves the continuity problem. You don't have to worry about your hair looking different or the lighting changing or losing your voice because you have a cold. Your digital self is always camera ready.
Always lit perfectly, always knows the lines.
Exactly.
That is wild and honestly a little terrifying, but mostly convenient. How long does this actually take, though? Because rendering video can take forever. If I have to wait 4 hours for the AI to spit it out, I might as well just film it myself.
According to the review, the typical rendering time averages about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Get out.
Yeah. Compare that to the time it takes to do a single take, realize you messed up, reset, do another take, import the footage, sync the audio.
You're saving hours per video.
It's night and day.
But I have to ask, what if the AI messes up? What if my digital twin emphasizes the wrong word? Or the text on screen looks weird? Is it a take it or leave it situation?
No, and that's a critical feature.
Yeah.
It's not a black box where you just feed in text and pray. Syllaby includes a drag and drop editor.
Oh, good.
So after the AI generates the video, you can go in and fine-tune it.
So I can fix it if it sounds weird.
Exactly. You can change the text overlays, add shapes, put in on-screen art, change the background. You have editorial control. If the AI didn't land a joke, or if a pause is too long, you can adjust it. It allows for that final human polish.
That's really good to know because sometimes AI just it just doesn't get the nuance.
It doesn't. And the output is specifically tailored for that vertical format, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. It knows the native language of those platforms, so it formats the captions and the framing correctly automatically.
So zooming out a bit, we've gone from I have no ideas and I'm stressed to I have a finished video starring my digital twin in, 10 minutes?
Or less, once you get the workflow down.
Yeah. So why does this matter? I mean, aside from the cool technology factor, if we put our business hats on, what's the real impact here?
It all comes down to business efficiency and ROI. Return on investment, we're compressing the timeline, sure. But more importantly, we are solving the consistency problem.
Oh, consistency is the killer. Everyone starts strong in January. I'm going to post every day. And by February, their YouTube channel is a ghost town because life got in the way.
Right. And the algorithms, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, they punish inconsistency. If you stop posting, you disappear.
So how does this help?
Syllaby has an integrated publish page and calendar features. This allows for what we call batching.
I love batching. It's the only way I get anything done.
It's the only way to survive on social media without going crazy. With this tool, you can sit down on a Monday morning for, say, 1 hour. You use the keyword research to find 5 viable topics. You generate 5 scripts. You render 5 videos, and you schedule them to post every day that week.
So you've done a week's worth of marketing in the time it takes to drink your morning coffee.
That's it.
That frees up so much brain space. You're not waking up on Wednesday thinking, oh no, I haven't posted anything.
It does. And it opens up opportunities that just weren't there before. For example, the faceless channel.
Right. I see these all the time. Videos that are just stock footage or avatars narrating stories or facts.
Sometimes they're explaining history or true crime or tech tips. Syllaby is perfect for that. It enables businesses to scale production without needing a charismatic spokesperson on camera every day.
So one person could run multiple channels?
One person could run a channel for real estate, one for finance, one for health tips, all managed by one person using this software. It's a scalability engine.
But I have to play devil's advocate here. If everyone uses this, won't the internet just sound like a bunch of robots talking to each other? What about the brand voice? If I'm a quirky, sarcastic brand, can an AI really capture that?
That is the fear, isn't it? The homogenization of content. Everything sounding like a bland corporate press release.
Yeah.
But the review addresses this. Syllaby allows for a personalized brand voice alignment. Because the AI learns your style, and this is crucial because you can edit the scripts, the goal is for it to read like you, not like a generic bot.
So it's a tool, not a replacement for your personality. You still have to inject the you into it.
Precisely. And that leads us to the critical analysis, right? We have to be realistic. This tool, as impressive as it is, does about 80% of the work.
The classic 80-20 rule.
Yes. The AI gets you 80% of the way there. It does the heavy lifting, structure, keywords, pacing, rendering. But that remaining 20%, that is on you.
The human touch, the nuance.
The nuance, the sensitivity, the fact-checking, making sure the soul of the brand is there. If you just hit generate and publish without looking, you might end up with something that feels hollow.
Or worse, is factually incorrect.
Or worse, factually incorrect. Right. AI can hallucinate facts. It can mispronounce names.
So don't fire your marketing brain just yet. Use this to give your marketing brain a super suit.
Exactly. It removes the drudgery, not the creativity. It takes away the heavy lifting so you can focus on the fine-tuning. It's about curation, not creation from scratch.
Okay, let's talk brass tacks. How much is this super suit going to cost me? Is this some crazy enterprise-level price, or can a small business afford it?
The barrier to entry is actually quite low. They offer a 7-day free trial, which gives you about 300 credits.
Okay, let's break that down. Is 300 credits enough to actually do anything? Or is it one of those trials where you can look but you can't touch?
No, it's enough to do real work. The advice from the review, and I think this is really smart, is to use that trial to run a full loop.
A full loop.
Don't just browse the keywords, do the discovery, generate a script, render the video, and edit it. Build an actual asset. That is the only way to really judge if it saves you time.
That's good advice. Don't just window shop. Actually test drive the car.
See if it fits in your garage. Yeah. Exactly. As for paid plans, they start around $49 a month, though the reviewer noted you can sometimes find entry points closer to $25, depending on promotions.
That's less than a gym membership.
And significantly less than hiring a video editor, a scriptwriter, and an SEO specialist.
Oh, for sure.
If you were outsourcing this to humans, you'd be paying thousands a month. As you scale up to higher tiers, you get more AI credits, more storage, and this is key for businesses. No watermarks on the videos.
Oh, yeah. The watermark is a dead giveaway. You got to pay to get that removed if you want to look professional. Nothing screams amateur like a floating logo of the software you used.
And the billing strategy matters here, too.
Yeah.
The recommendation is, if you have a steady pipeline, say, and you need 5 videos a week for the next year, pay annually and save money.
Right.
But if you're still figuring out if video's for you or just experimenting, stick to monthly.
Makes sense. Flexibility first.
But really, the cost is negligible compared to the time savings if you're serious about video. If it saves you 10 hours a month, that $49 is paying for itself 10 times over.
It really does seem like we are standing on the edge of a massive shift. I mean, thinking back just 5 years ago, the idea that I could type a topic and get a video 2 minutes later was absurd.
It was sci-fi.
It was sci-fi.
We were witnessing a transition from video production to content generation. Production implies cameras, lights, crews, logistics.
Craft services.
Right. Generation implies data, strategy, and software.
It's democratizing the medium. You don't need the $3,000 camera or the fancy lighting kit anymore. You just need the ideas.
And the willingness to use the tools.
So here is where it gets really interesting for our listeners. We are looking at a world where your competitor, who might be a smaller company or just one person in a basement, can now produce high-quality, data-backed video at a speed that was impossible yesterday.
That is the competitive reality. In a world where your competitors can turn a keyword into a video in 2 minutes, can you afford to stick to manual production for everything? If you are still spending 4 hours to make one Instagram reel, and they're making 20 in that same time frame.
You were fighting a tank with a stick. You're going to get run over.
And it raises a provocative question for everyone listening, regardless of their industry. Which parts of your current job are just busy work?
Yeah.
Which parts are the manual filming and editing of your profession? Because tools like Syllaby prove that those parts can be automated.
And if they can be automated, they will be.
Exactly. The value of a professional is shifting. It's no longer about who can move the mouse the fastest or hold the camera the steadiest. It's about who has the best insights,
Right.
the best strategy, and the ability to curate the output of these powerful machines.
It frees you up to be more creative, to focus on the message, not the pixels, the strategy, not the tactics.
That is the hope, that we all move up the value chain.
Well, I am certainly going to be looking at my to-do list a little differently today. I feel like I need to go audit my entire workflow.
It is always a healthy exercise.
This has been a fascinating look into the mechanics of modern content creation. I want to thank you for breaking it all down for us.
My pleasure. It is an exciting time to be working.
And I want to thank you, the listener, for tuning in to this deep dive on the Smart Keys podcast. We hope this gave you some aha moments and maybe saved you a few hours of future stress.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss the next one. And hey, we barely scratched the surface of the technical details here.
Oh, not at all.
If you want the full breakdown of pricing, features, and the nitty-gritty of the platform, you really need to read the full article by Felix Römer.
It is a comprehensive resource.
Yeah.
Highly recommended if you want to see the screenshots and the step-by-step.
We have put the link to that article right in the show notes. Go check it out. Until next time, keep learning and keep working smarter.
Goodbye, everyone.
See ya.